All right, the monthly meeting of Bremerton-based eBoard of United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated will come to order. Secretary, you're up.
Good evening to everybody else. I've reviewed the executive board meeting minutes from 17 March. I don't see any changes or any necessary changes or anything unless somebody else has got something. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right. Minutes are approved. Thank you, Bob. Anything else?
I've got an update on Don Quinn, but I'll give you that a little later.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Dan, is that you on the phone?
That is me on the phone.
You're up. Whatever you can give.
All right. We'll start with membership. Membership is at 261 the end of last month. That is up 9 from the month of February. So definitely a pretty good month. On the treasurer side, we started the month with $53,544. We brought in $3,922. We spent $3,687. And we had a net increase of $235 to end with $53,779.77. And that is all.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Chaplain, no one is here for that, but if you want to give your update, Bob, you can do that right now.
Yeah, I've got Don, the agenda said Don would be home on Saturday the 4th, and as a matter of fact, he did go home on Saturday the 4th. I talked to him last Friday the 10th, which was his birthday. He's getting about very well, able to feed himself and so on and so forth. He's feeling good enough on his birthday that a friend of his was going to pick him up and take him to the Fleet Reserve and buy him a beer. So Quinn is doing fine, and he's his usual obnoxious self.
That's great news. Thank you for that. I'm glad that he's moving around, moving and shaking.
Thank God he is not trying to drive. I had several discussions with him on that subject, and I think I convinced him to stay out of vehicles, at least out of the driver's side.
That's good. Thank you for that. Storekeeper, TTF, and Soup Down.
Yes, we were out at TTF last month. We did a little over $300 in business, which is back to a couple years ago value, but it was a slow, relatively slow day. But that's beside the point. Soup Down, we've been to Sizzler or Sparrows and Skippers the last couple of times, and we've had very good attendance there. So very glad for that. In July, the middle of July, we should do our annual visit to Fujiyama's, which is a evening thing, and that's where we've had a couple people bring families out. So that'll be a fun event then. other than that, that's basically all I got.
Is it,
Awesome.
did you get a chance to look at that Excel file?
No.
Okay, because we're having some conflicts on when, where, oh, I said where. So we need to get an update when I sit on the calendar and when Dave Bowman puts it on Facebook or on the website.
So I noticed
I can
that.
send you an update on the calendar.
Okay, you need to send it to everybody.
Yeah, I've got it. This is the one for winter and spring. So it goes up to the 1st of June.
Okay.
I think the disconnect
Yeah.
is John's email. He's using not the Yahoo, but the Nobi.
The Novi. Yeah.
Okay,
Nobi.
so that's not what you have on USSVI.org. So you need to get that changed.
Oh, what have they got?
That Yahoo.
Oh,
So if you go on to the new and improved USSVI.org site on your dashboard and find yourself, you can update whatever you want as far as your phone number, email, etc.
okay.
Okay. All right, but yeah, if you can send that out so we can get everything updated.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, I'm getting these emails going, so what is it really? And it's kind of wasting my time.
I know most of the people have the schedule on their phone because they know where to go.
Yeah, but that's not everybody. And I'm saying I'm getting emails and it's kind of wasting my time because I have other stuff to do.
I will send out a update. Like I say, I've just initially started the summer schedule.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but if you can send it to everybody in the eBoard, that would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I wanted to make sure that we don't update Al Kaiser on the turnover yet because we're working out the logistics. Al can only take over TTF, not the whole storekeeper side. He's not available most Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to work that out to make sure that we get the right people in the right places. And I think John was saying that he'll be ready to turn over TTF or all of storekeeper stuff July, August, if I'm correct, right, John?
Well, that's when I'm planning to move out of this house, and
so that you don't have the storage
is going to go way down.
Right.
But yeah, the biggest thing is the money handling because if he can't do the office or the meeting, some way he's got to get money to whoever's doing the meeting, and the same thing ordering supplies. Someone's got to coordinate. I got a vest coming in for our meeting. I've also got patches coming for TTF and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we got to get those coordinated.
Right. So like we were talking about at TTF, if you can, if you have time to make an SOP or a turnover log, because I know your backup is Jason. I'll talk with him and see what's going on as far as Saturdays, and then between Jason and maybe Al, they can coordinate and we can figure out what's going on between the money exchanging and the ordering could be one person, but we'll figure it out. But I need to know like written down or typed up or whatever it is, so it's a good turnover.
Yeah, whoever's got the money has to make the deposits at the end of the month too.
Right, and that process needs to be down too. So we want to make sure that we're covered all our bases.
Right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Float manager.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm registered for Sequim and Armed Forces Day. The week before Sequim, I'm in Washington, D.C. and I'm slated to fly back in, I hope Thursday. It's for work, but I'll have the float ready. And then let me think. That's May, June. I can't remember if there's anything in June. I already saw the stuff for Whaling Days. And then I guess, did you want to discuss Bainbridge?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that we've had separate conversations individually, but I want to make sure that collectively we're all on the same page.
Well, I'll tell you, so I'll make it easy for you. The float can go. I'm not taking my truck to Bainbridge.
Well, from my perspective, and I agree with Mike.
It was pretty ridiculous last year.
It was ridiculous and scary simultaneously, especially with the kids and everything. I like the island just fine, but I don't care much
It's not
for that.
logistically. It's tough for the older members too, because the breakdown area is far from where you park. I don't know how they used to do it, but then again, when they used to do it, years ago, people were probably younger too.
Right. Like even for my young self, that's a hike.
Yeah, and I looked at it's still I called them, it's still $125 this year. I don't know if it's worth $125.
I make a motion that we abstain from the Bainbridge Island parade.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
I agree.
So having said that, if you find something reasonable in July, I'm good with that as a substitute for Bainbridge. I don't really know what's happening in July. I've just been swamped with work, so I haven't really had a chance to look. But if you find something that you think the float could be at static, I don't think there's that many parades in July. I don't know.
I can look around too. Well, we can.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that. I think, like I said, there's Whaling Days, and then I don't think there's anything in August. Or do we do anything in August? I can't remember.
I can't
think so.
I don't think so. If you can't find something in July, I'd be willing to do something in August. This year I got a couple things going on in July, but I'm sure there's things in August. I just don't know what.
Didn't we used to do Port Orchard?
We did. We didn't. The last one we did, we didn't get a good turnout because it's at night.
Yeah,
so,
the evening time was hard. I have our picnic.
Picnics in August?
That's August.
Yeah, that's August. In August, if we don't find anything else, we do Family Day at TTF. If they don't mind having the static display there, they really like us out there. And that evening.
We also have we have Family Day at TRF in August this year. That's August, but you guys can't get down there. I can. CJ can.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that. That's through the OA gate. Yeah, I mean, just look around. I see if you find something different that you think would be beneficial to the sub-vets, and we could get people out there, even if it's static.
Yeah. The Family Day event is really nice. They have the barbecue out there. They do have like one bounce house and stuff like that. A bunch of stuff for the kids.
It's on a weekend. Fair Family Day?
John, is that on the weekend?
Oh, it's on Wednesdays, I think, or Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask specifics. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly.
That's the only other caveat is that it's on a weekend.
It
Like a
has to be on
Saturday
the
or
weekend?
something. Yeah, I can't take off work
Okay.
right now.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure I get all the information.
Yeah, just as long as it's on a weekend and you give me a chance, because I got family trip at the end of July, and I think I got something in August. I can't remember.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Kingston has a 4th of July parade.
Do they? Where's that one at?
Kingston.
Well, I get that.
It's right downtown.
Like, did
Right downtown.
it's downtown Kingston. Where's downtown Kingston?
By the ferry.
By the ferry.
That's
buddy.
downtown Kingston?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long is that parade? Like 2 minutes? Not that long. We can look at that. I haven't seen, Kingston's logistically pretty easy, and there's lots of parking. We can look at that.
Says it runs from 12 to 1 on Northeast State Highway 104
Oh, so it's right on the highway.
from the post office to the ferry.
That's pretty easy. Let me look at that.
That's
We-
a 10-minute run.
When we had the Olympic Peninsula float, we participated at least 1 year, maybe 2, in the Kingston parade. And actually, Mike, it is pretty. They were pretty well organized, and they had a good, setup area.
It's-
and so on
Well,
and
it's
so on.
also, it's a big area.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look at that. I'll
Links in the chat.
okay, I'll take a look. I don't really have anything else. I didn't even want to talk that long.
Thank you, though. No, it's great. We have some stuff to look at, and assess. Let's see. Is Talpi here? I don't think so.
He's not, but he just called me and he didn't leave a message, so I don't know.
Oh,
Well, at least he's alive and well.
yeah.
I was just wondering about him the other day. Buddy check.
I saw him a week or two ago. I think I was
Okay.
coming out of the next, and he was going to the commissary. We passed each other and said hello.
Okay.
So he's good. Historian Whip's social media.
Okay. Still working on the website. There was an issue with the web ding not updating on the side of the page. I don't know why. The calendar itself is correct, but for some reason it wasn't updating on the small one. Noticed that a couple of days ago. I've just deleted it because now it's telling me that I'm not an authorized user, so I'm confused by that. But the page that says base calendar is correct. Just to be clear, I only have through the horse and cow for what were we talking about? Soup down? Yeah, I only have through the soup or through. I just lost it. I had it open. And
It should be through June 1st.
Nope, I only have through May. So I will need a copy of that as well.
The end of May. That's
Right.
That was how long I made it through
Right.
the end of spring.
That's what I have. So
Yeah.
I don't have anything beyond that. My interpretation now is that this is just an example. Is that correct? This is not what you want in the calendar. The thing that you sent out, Dave?
I got that from
I can
Eileen.
send that out.
That's what I just said. I got it from Eileen. That's
Okay.
why it's
Well,
some confusion.
there's-
We're going
there's-
in a circle.
Yeah, there's already problems with this one because that one place is closed.
Yeah, I got a thing from Jim DeMott telling me all the errors and that, and I just responded to him. It's not mine. So
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's why I want John to send it to everybody in the eBoard.
okay, because so we need to see that so I can get that in the calendar. Okay. I've started working on the base histories, updating those. So you might want to click on that page, scroll down, click on each year. What I did was I imported the Puget soundings or Gertrude checks from whatever year that was and just did a basic summary of the year.
Okay.
I did put together, because somebody had asked for it, a base commander's list, an officer's list, which I put in the chat there. You'll notice that we don't have anything before 1994. A brief discussion with Dick Litcher indicates that prior to 1994, it was, I don't want to call it the Wild West, but it was kind of like the who's going to be the commander this week sort of approach to things. I wasn't there, and there is no record of it, and nobody seems to have a record of it. There's also a section there in the early 2000s where there's a lot of confusion. Had a chat with Fred Borgman at Coffee with Cobb the other day about that. Apparently, and Eileen, I did not know this, and for anybody else, for future reference, did you know that you can quit if you're the base commander? Apparently you can, because they had 3 or 4 quit.
That's what they did.
Yes, they just they were base commander for a little while, and then they just quit.
Oh my, no, I didn't.
I didn't know that either.
I did not know that. I didn't know it was an option.
On this list, all of those people who were just sort of here and gone, what I did was I took January as the beginning of the regnal year, and whoever was the base commander in January is listed as the base commander for that year. So there are, I think, 4 people who are not listed as base commanders because they were only base commanders for a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, and then they just vanished. So, John, you were part of that. You took over after one of those, didn't you?
No, I didn't take over, but I know in at least 1 or 2 cases, there got into some pretty significant arguments, and the commander just said, well, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. So anyway,
wow.
So that's done. As I continue to upgrade the web page, everything is updated. Everything is moved. I did leave on the old Gertrude check, which is noted as decommissioned. If you go there now, you won't get anything except a click here to go to the other one. But the application is still there, so that if somebody uses the QR code, it goes there. But we will need to, in the future, the next time we order cards or whatever, we'll need to redo that. So that's there. Social media, it continues to be what it is. I don't know what it is with people. We just can't. We just don't get any traction on likes and shares. I don't know how to make people do that. Maybe we're the wrong generation. Maybe we're using the wrong platform. I don't know. I'm not a Reddit guy. I'm certainly not a TikTok guy, but I'm willing to learn whatever we got to do to continue that. With regards to the broadcasts, I think we should continue those. I'm good with that. I feel like those are helpful. I want to move that to right now we simply broadcast on Facebook. It's just a Facebook Live. What I want to do is move that to Zoom, like we're doing now, because with Zoom you can actually broadcast to Facebook. So it would still be on Facebook, but it would also be on Zoom, which would give people the opportunity to directly participate. Except for when I'm up front talking, I'm in front of the computer, so if somebody types in a question or raises their hand to ask a question, I'm there to handle that. With that, though, we might want to consider getting rid of the password entry. I don't know if we already did that yet or not. Mine's just stored. But right now, as I understand it, there's a password to get in to the Zoom room. For
this Zoom right here?
Yeah. We can double check.
I think so, but I can unclick that.
Yeah, we can double check that, and we also need to update.
Probably have to show me.
Yeah,
I didn't have to enter a password. I just clicked on a link, and
it's because you've already been in. It's usually a first-time entry thing.
Oh, gotcha.
I also need to talk to you offline, Eileen, about updating so that we can do transcripts a little bit easier than how we're doing them now. Zoom has added a new feature to do a direct transcript, which really works well. But you don't have it enabled, so we'll have to do that. Okay. Any questions on website, social media?
Yeah, hey, I wanted to make one comment there, Dave, actually it's for Waylon and I. Waylon, I really appreciate you uploading the session that I had with Dave on the von Steuben and the collision and stuff to that von Steuben site. That worked out really well. Dave, I don't know if you saw it or not, but the von Steuben had their reunion, and there was a question about her encounter with the sea lady and so on. And I got involved in the discussion, and Waylon got into it somehow and sent a link to the discussion you and I had, and it really worked out well.
Great. Glad to hear that. I want to do a lot more of that. I want to do a lot more sea stories. I want to sit down with people. I keep threatening CJ I want to sit down and talk to him for an hour. I'd really like to sit down with Tommy Robinson, who just lives down the street from me here and doesn't get out much anymore, is what he said. But he wrote the book on the Nautilus, and he's getting up there. So I want to start doing more of that. It's just a matter of making sure I have the equipment to do it and the time.
The only comment I would have is check your nav source links whenever you post them, because they did change their URL from .org to .net.
Yes, they did, and most of those are prior to that change. The guy that ran that site died and didn't have a backup. Same problem we had with our website, although he didn't die. He just, kind of checked out. Same problem we had. I was in constant communication with them, and I could go back and redo all those, but I'd have to find them all.
I know it's a pain in the butt, but for new ones, just verify they are using the correct URL. Okay.
We do. End of report.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Cobb, you had a lot of stuff listed. I want to make sure.
Let me go back to for the meeting. I'm sorry.
Say again?
Let me go back to the Hauling Club. So are we doing somebody this Saturday for sure?
No. So Thelma, she did a turnover with me over at the CAVA meeting because she was getting inducted into the Veterans Advisory Board tonight. She said that the person, I believe, was not able to come.
Yeah,
so
Wayne Newbigin.
Moved.
Yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, it'll be moved.
So he's not going to be there.
Correct.
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm just trying to keep notes here for myself. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next property with the Cobb is at Barnes & Noble again. Fred wanted that, so that's that one. Just to let you know. And then at the last coffee, we were talking about how we set up the FRA, and Steve's kind of been getting involved with getting rid of those heavy tables and getting rid of the foosball table and all this other stuff, trying to get chairs instead of just tables in there.
Tables, yeah, they do take a lot of room.
Well, and they're heavy and ridiculous. And so we're looking at, with the number of people we have, if we're sticking with the FRA for right now, is to go back to have, so really it's Commander, Vice Commander Cobb in the front, then you have to have the table for media, and then if we're doing Dennis or whoever up in the front, but then chairs are really to the side, you have a walkway down the middle, you can get a heck of a lot more chairs in there. So we're looking at that, and then Storekeeper table all the way at the back, because it takes about 6 chairs worth having it where it is. Same with the coffee, trying to get all that stuff in the back. So this Saturday, we're going to see if we can kind of rearrange things and see if it'll work a little bit better and how many chairs we can get in. Okay, so that's that part. Another discussion was using the VFW, and I know Gary Heitman's big on using 4992 because that's his. And so, but sticking with the Fleet Reserve is probably going to be the best option right now. So that's all that one. And then it was kind of interesting. So we're over at, hold on a second. We're over at Fred's house. Fred bought donuts. And so we're eating donuts, and Don Carpenter says, well, I can't have those because of sugar. And it didn't dawn on me. We got all the people that can't have sugar. And so somehow we need to look at some alternatives. Then the other thing was how much we paying for these dang whatever company donuts we're buying. And it's a thought because, we're sitting here thinking, okay, we're going to spend all this money on stuff. And, Safeway donuts is what all the teachers used to buy. So it's a thought. on saving money there. That's the thought there. Let's see, what was the other thing I had?
Hey, Cobb, let me just interject this here. I'm not driving from Chimicum to Bremerton for vegetarian donuts.
Okay, well,
that's not what he's saying, but we.
Okay. You know what's interesting is people don't think about other people, and it's like I'm giving blood the other day, and I'm watching this girl. She's a new trainee, and she's just fiddle farting around. And if I looked at her, I said, "You're left-handed, aren't you?" And that's it. People don't realize that. So I have a left-handed kid, and I taught left-handed people in the Navy, and as a elementary teacher. So it makes a difference. So if you don't look what other people's needs are, then we're kind of screwing ourselves. For you, I'd buy a special donut. But you know what? Safeway has great donuts too. It doesn't cost us $100 to do that. That's just that's going to be my finance thing. I run finance for the Legion and finance for a bunch of other stuff, so I kind of understand money. All right, so I'm off my soapbox for that one.
I think you hit a nerve, Bob.
Boy, sometimes I have many nerves I'm going to be hitting on. Let's see. We already talked about Al Kaiser doing his thing. I had a question on that. What else did I have on that little email?
We had clarification for the soup downs. We got that.
Yeah, we got that one, so I just checked that one off.
Did you get your question answered for Al Kaiser?
Yes.
All that discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we got that one down. This other thing about all these barbecues and things, we really need to make sure we're having volunteers before we volunteer ourselves, for doing a lot of these things. Because then it's the same 10 people or so. So it's just something to kind of think about. I'm looking at my other screen, what I'm doing here. Yeah, I get concerned that we volunteer ourselves and then we get 3 people doing 1,000 hot dogs or 500 hot dogs. Because I will tell you, I don't know if Mike's listening right now, but he was sitting pretty pissed at the Halloween bash because there were 3 of us doing hot dogs. And so we just need to make sure we have people available before we sign ourselves in.
I was kind of mad at that only because my job was supposed to be the float.
Correct.
There was no mention of hot dogs.
Correct. And if you weren't there with the hot dog, guess what? There's 2 of us. That wouldn't be any good either.
Everybody likes a good wiener, though.
Well,
Mike, you were just mad because that one woman almost ate you because you didn't have relish.
She was going to eat me. She was very upset that I did not have relish.
Was she a big lady?
Yeah, she was mad at me. Okay. Like, I thought I might die that day. Like, worse than the real jam dive I was in.
I'd protect you. Oh, Rose, you know what? Rose was there.
Rose would have got it. She would have done it.
Yeah, you've never seen her really. Boy.
I don't want to.
No, I can tell you stories. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Anything else? I think I hit it all.
So I did attach in the first comment in the chat was the parade list, but I need to email everyone that signed their name because I guarantee that over half those names that were there are just saying that they want to be there for the float. So I want to make sure that who wants to volunteer for the setup and the serving and stuff like that. So you're absolutely right. I looked at the list and I was like, oh, those are not like our normal volunteers. So I want to make sure, and if they're willing to, that'd be great.
Is that Armed Forces Day?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I'm a float person. That's what I like to do. Float. I don't mind doing stuff later, but float.
Yeah. Let's see. You also had on there about the Puget Soundings website about members suggesting making welcome aboard informational packet available.
Oh yeah, because you go on our Puget Soundings and they're looking at the welcome aboard thing and they're kind of looking for the brochure and everything. That's just something we can put on.
Well, we have the trifold, right, that you can put on there.
Well, I think we send other stuff out to them.
Okay.
So whatever we send out.
Yeah, whenever I get a list of new personnel, I send them out all that stuff. But that doesn't mean if somebody's inquiring, they want to see what we have or what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why this is a side note. So my son and his daughters are over this weekend, and I happened to mention the USSVI.org site, and he's a software engineer. Of course, he has to sit down and go through the stuff and just make comments right and left, laughing. And his first comment he said was, "This website looks really great if it was 15 years ago." That was the first thing he said. And then he goes in, he goes, "Dad, I just got on their server." I said, "What?" He goes, "I didn't do anything to them, but I just got on their server." And then it takes him like, a minute. And so
he could be hacked.
Yeah, so he's looking at all this stuff. He goes,
Wow.
This is just terrible. So then that's why I'm trying to find stuff. I'm going, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because even today I'm looking for Eternal Patrol. And so I used to have the boats and the names and all this kind of stuff. It lists boat numbers. It doesn't really give you any information because they just say, well, you're dead, so we're going to put you on this other list. But yeah, there are a lot of, and Dave Bowman, trying to find the links and everything. Oh my gosh. Trying to just to go back. You can't use the back arrow. You got to go all the way back and start over. And I'm thinking, what an interesting system.
Yeah.
See, then I went into my own name and I can't add anything. So that was a question I actually had is who adds stuff for me? Like my shore duty's not in there. I want to put it in. Who does
Right.
it? I don't know. I can change my email. I can change a bunch of other stuff. That was it. What was the other? There was just a lot of things. Like I go into a specific boat and it lists everybody on the boat. I'm thinking, oh, great. I can look this guy up. So I click on the person. I can find them. Well, I want to go right back and find another person. Nope. It goes all the way back to your dashboard and you start all over again. So whoever designed the links to go back and forth, really need to kind of rethink it. All right. Soapbox done.
Yeah, well, I'll continue that one. It was funny. When we were in the testing phase, I saw that the meetings were listed at my house and I put in a request. I was like, that needs to change. The meetings were set. It said FRA, but it had my address on it.
Oh.
And Dan messaged me, I think it was last night or the night before. And I was like, I know. I said, if you could put in a bug report, I'll put in another one because when we were testing it, I asked him to change it because I couldn't change it. But I was able to go in that evening when we just spoke about it and I was able to change it. He was like, oh, I was looking forward to coming to your house for a meeting. But I don't know how that happened.
Well, it's whoever puts the data in. The other one was looking for bases, and it was just a roundabout way to find a base. And I go in Washington State and it lists 4 bases in Washington and it lists 1 in Idaho. That's great. I'm going, well, how do I contact them? I just want to search their website. Nope, you got to send a message. I don't want to send a message. So I go on to a base. I look some guy up. Then it has a link to their website. And I'm thinking, oh, that's just a screwed up way of finding it. Whereas the old website, here's the map. You can go click on a link and you go, okay, here's Yakima and I'm happy. And I want to know something about him before I send a message because I don't want people bothering me.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a side note. So my programmer's son's developing a program that's similar to Indeed, which is looking for jobs. He says the problem with Indeed is you have to put your information in. Now they got you by the you-know-whats to get you. So his program, you don't have to do all that stuff. So rather kind of interesting. It was a really interesting discussion with him and AI and everything else. He's pretty smart. Pretty smart kid.
So I did print off that list of problems or things to inquire about.
It's questions and all, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's important questions too, because I'm sure many people have the same questions, but if they don't bring that question up that I could write down, then I will bring it up during that section. Because I plan on going to that because there's a lot going on with it that, maybe they should have waited a little bit longer.
Better. But the funny one, when he sends me that video today, I just sent the video to Bowman and Eileen. It is kind of funny. He does all this stuff on it. That's That's typical William.
Yeah.
That was very interesting though, to know that if you don't have that type of device, you don't know what you're going to see until you don't see it. So
Correct. That's it. Because
that's a gap.
I'm used to desktop, but you go on your phone, you're going, well, where the heck is it?
Right.
You're doing this business and it's still not there. So, and I didn't even think about that until he said something. Not a clue. Anyway,
we would have never known. Okay.
Okay.
We're moving on.
Moving on.
April 29th is the next Kitsap the chamber meeting. If anybody's interested, I probably won't go. There's just too much going on. So I did get confirmed with the Alzheimer's Association presentation being in June. So I'm excited. We don't have a lot going on in that month, so that's why I chose that. She did, however, say, oh man, she's like, I guess I'll be getting through the FIFA Cup traffic, but coming this way. I was like, okay, but she said that it's very doable, so she's excited to come. She just needed an HDMI cable and projector. I said, we will have that for you, so don't stress on that. We got all of the swag in for the float, whether it's static or in the wind. Let's see. Just to let everyone know that Central Oregon is coming up for the Armed Forces Parade. They are entering their own float, which is exciting. So I know I'm really excited about it. So far they have 5 members coming, and they're going to store the float at my house or my neighbors because it's just a private road right here just for the night. So I know it's safe. So I wanted to share that with you. So I sent Rick, he has all the information. He already sent in his float request or application for the parade, and I talked to Mindy, who's the coordinator for that event, and hopefully she'll have them right behind us. So very excited for that, and I believe we might even have the motorcycle group, the USS Thresher chapter, riding near us as well.
I'm sorry. So are they going to try to steal the dolphins, traveling dolphins?
That's what the plan.
It's a meeting.
That was the plan. Jim pitched that to them, and I said, if you hang out with us before the parade and you give us a sea story, you have enough people. I will make sure, I need to write that down, that I have the dolphins. Yeah. We have them that day.
Yeah.
In Mike's truck. So, okay. I have written it down. Man, I can't speak. Dolphins. Okay. And they could put their coin on there. They got a brand new coin.
Oh,
so
good. Good.
And, I did send out an email for the culinary competition. They are looking for one judge, because Jim was super excited to eat food. I said there's a cake category, so he was all for it. So if anybody was interested, even if you can pitch it at the meeting, we just need one more. But if we get 2, that's fine as well. I'm sure there's the side tables with judging and stuff like that. So pretty excited about that. Let's see. I'll be taking John's 9-foot, our table cover, Bremerton base, and our pop-up canopy. Max, the one who created our stuff, is going to be at the Western Region Roundup, and he asked if he can display our stuff. I said, perfect. I'd love that. So that's in the truck already. I'm also taking the USS Bremerton Monument brick, flyers, and their storyboard, their boards with everything. Tom Zolfer just dropped that off this morning, so that's in the truck as well.
I have one of the table covers in my car.
Yeah, well, I wanted you to have that for the meeting.
Right.
If you needed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I let him know that I was bringing one. You have the 6-foot that fits on the tables at the FRA, and I have the 9-foot one that I'm taking.
Okay.
So, That's it for my report. We can move into, unless somebody has anything for me.
Well, you kind of skipped junior vice and vice.
Yeah, I was just going to
Oh
say.
my God, I did.
Yeah, I'm looking way back on my list here.
Sorry.
Good enough.
Okay.
All I'm good enough is to wrap hot dogs. That's it.
LOL. No. You do that
Oh,
very well.
move.
We're going to circle back to junior vice commander.
I really don't have much. So is there a way that we could probably talk to Oregon Base and see if they could throw a couple people to help out? Because like I said, I'm not going to be on the float. I'll probably be over where the food area is going to be. I just need to get some more information on that, since I'm going to be doing what? Did you say 1,000 hot dogs?
It's 1,000 hot dogs. So I'll send an email to Rick, and I'm pretty sure they'll be excited to do that. And I will send over the food handlers link for them if they decide they want to join us and help us wrap.
Okay.
I'm sure they're going to want to get back to Oregon too. So.
Yeah, I think they were going to stay the night. They were going to leave Sunday.
Okay, if they're going to stay the night, they'll need something to do. So.
Yeah. So
when did they hold the meetings, the planning meetings? Because the issue that I have is sometimes, like I said, when they have the planning meetings, I'm at work. So it's
the next one, they do. It is during the day. So the next one is the 21st, and it's at 11:30.
Yeah.
But let me write that down, and I'll email Mindy your email address.
Yeah.
So you can get the recap and the notes. And if there's something that you need to tell her or something, or just whatever specific, you can email her that too, and she can address it during the meeting.
Sure. I would just like I just need to know this particulars, so we could probably get that going and be ready.
Yeah, because she hasn't given me the specific details either, like location on Quincy Street, where I'll be parking my truck with the grill, stuff like that. She hasn't.
Yeah.
Hasn't come up yet, and we're getting close.
And we got a lot of stuff in between now and then too, like Kava stand down.
I guess I'll put the plan for food handling volunteers on Saturday.
There you go. That's perfect. Let me see. Armed Forces Parade.
I already put Mike Friend in as a volunteer, so.
He's driving, so I know that. I'm sure he'll be excited to be in two places.
I'll throw some wieners out of the truck.
No, because we'll get a fine. No throwing.
It's worth it.
Right.
All right, man. We can come up together and get a wiener cannon and just start.
I was going to say that's what we need.
Keep talking. I like what you're putting down.
I digress.
I go for that.
I digress. That's all for the junior vice.
All right, Vice Commander.
We got a lot going on. Kava stand down's coming up. Most of us, there's a lot of us going to those meetings. We had a long discussion with Steve after the meeting last Thursday, so I'm looking forward to trying to change a few things, Saturday with the arrangement of the room. So, and when you talk about the big heavy tables, you're talking about the square ones, big square ones, right?
Yeah.
Those have always been kind of a pain in the behind.
Well, Steve said they have a new commander, and he wanted to get rid of those. So that would be wonderful.
Okay. The other thing Steve is doing, there's a big brown couch in the back of the room. He's going to get that out, but it probably won't be till not this meeting, and probably not the next, maybe the April meeting, right? Or May. Not May, because we'll be doing the parade. Probably June we'll have more room in the back there with the couch being out. And if somebody wants a foosball table, I think you could have a foosball table. So
they don't want it over at the Retzel?
It's going to go to Retzel if nobody wants it. Something exciting with Dave happened. Somebody must have scored.
Flyers just made the playoffs for the first time in years.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
So we just got a lot going on, so we just got to keep hammering on, you know. So that's all I got.
Awesome. All right, let's see. I already did my spiel because I'm sorry. Old business.
So, Eileen, I want to know under old business. I assume it said down here, float decorations are in and are standing by. I think it's probably by. Okay. And my question for you is, if they're standing by, are they at parade rest or are they at ease?
That was pretty good. I'm going to give you credit for that. I gave you a couple stars for that one. That was pretty good.
That's cute. Yeah, they're at ease in the corner waiting to be put in the storage until we need them. So,
Okay.
But if Mike wants them ahead of time, I'm going to be there for the armed forces because it's all red, white, and blue, but I can give them to Mike early, keep them inside, or I could just bring them that morning before the parade.
I haven't seen them, so I don't know what your plan is with them.
So there's new bunting. What is it? The right bunting or
bunting?
ribbon,
Yeah,
yeah, around.
Bunting.
And then there's like it's down. I sent it in the agenda. There's also the long fringe tassel-y stuff, and then there's shorter stuff that can go around, but they don't have to be all used at one time.
Like what I'm saying is you obviously had a vision.
Right. So,
right. So I don't know where the stuff is where you want to put it.
Yeah. So I can get with you offline on what it would look like, but there's the slap bracelets and the pinwheels. The slap bracelets can be handed to the little kids,
right,
while we walk by for the walkers, and then the pinwheels are just there for eye catching. Somebody can instead of a flag, every other person can have a flag, or somebody can have a pinwheel, and
sure.
Yeah, that's just eye catching. So. That's what that was.
Got it.
Okay.
As soon as you say the word tassels to Mike, he probably has a picture in his mind anyway.
Yep, and it had nothing to do with the float.
I knew I could see it coming.
That's why his camera's not on.
That's right. This is my time.
He's tasseling.
Yeah, he is. And I just put in there for my old business to make sure that everybody knows that it does go to the CAVA meetings. It's every Thursday up until the event. I won't be there this Thursday, obviously, because I'll be driving. I'll be out of town, and then I'll be driving back. But
I'll be there.
Okay, perfect.
Dave, you'll probably be there?
Yeah, I'll be there this Thursday. I'll be there.
Yep. Can we go back to these decorations real quick? Mike,
oh, Lord.
You know who Cat Putch is?
What did you say it again?
Do you know who Cat Putch is?
I don't know what that is or who it is.
You guys,
Ooh.
Jesus.
Is this the guy that had the... Wait. Is this the dude that had the stripper on the Fairwater planes?
Yes.
Yes, I know exactly who that is.
Sold.
Yes. He was the captain that got fired because the crew was doing a good job and he wanted to raise morale, so he had the stripper on the Fairwater planes, and the admiral was not happy. Yeah,
we would have
awesome.
got away with it if someone didn't take that picture.
Well, everybody saw it. They were pulling out. It wasn't like it was a big secret.
Yeah, but there was.
I'm interested.
All right, Bob, that's enough. Does anyone else have any other old business?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
New business?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I have.
Go for it.
I have two old business items. number one, as part of all this, I managed to get a program that allows me to actually edit the original PDF file for the bylaws, so I will be commencing that again. CJ, originally Mark was going to be involved with that. I'm assuming as the assistant or as the junior vice, you will be willing to do that as well. Okay. Concurrent with that, and this is not for discussion today, but it's something I've been thinking about for a couple of years now. With the advent of the junior vice, I think that the eBoard needs to remain an uneven number rather than an even number. Right now it's 6. So just forget what I was saying because it doesn't make any sense now. So moving on, because that's the whole point of the bylaw revision, CJ, is to get you into the eBoard as a voting member. So I had a brief conversation with Jim at the last meeting. I am baffled by the fact that USSVI does not have a life membership payment plan a la VFW, VA, or not VA, DAV. Every other organization does. And when I brought that up to him, I kind of got a vibe to it. What I would like to consider, and I don't want to do this now, I'd rather draw it up, but I want you to think about the idea of having a life membership payment program where, like the vests, someone says, I commit to being a life member to the base and to the organization. We, have an agreement with them to make those payments to the base, and then the base just goes ahead and forwards that funding to the national up front so that we get that in place. My frustration with this life membership thing is it's not getting any cheaper, and it's already far more expensive than some of the other organizations. That and the fact that the one time I actually had the money to do it, Fred wouldn't take it because he wanted me to wait a year until I was older. And I said, Fred, I won't have the money in a year. And he said, but you need to wait a year. And so I'm still not a life member because my wife spent the money. So anyway, just something to think about in the future because apparently National is not even going to consider this. So just to think there. The Rickover letters are ready. However, I kind of get the feeling we might want to hold those. With attendance this month might not be where it's at, but it's up to you guys. They're ready, so we can do them anytime. That's all.
Okay, I'll leave that up to Waylon if he wants to present those. So,
David, I got a deal to wait till June for those. I mean, we'll have Alzheimer's, but, they can observe that.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Well, it's a pretty short process. I'm only reading one of them and then telling everybody to come to me after the meeting. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to try to get as many people as we can to that presentation. So if we can, that'd be a nice turnout for that
hold them till June.
Presentation.
Yep. Let's wait till
Okay.
June.
Perfect. And I stated on there before that, I know that the USS Thresher chapter, the Motorcycle Association, wanted to come for 4th of July, but they may join us for the Armed Forces. And if we find something else besides or whatever for July or August, then I will also let them know because
are they doing their own registration? I mean,
because
if they're going to come, and here's the thing, I either have to know now or before I register so that I can add them on for the insurance, or they have to do their own registration.
Oh, for the Armed Forces? Okay.
For all of them, because otherwise, if we stay that they're with us and something happens, they're not covered and we're not covered.
Okay, I will make sure. When I say they're joining us, they just want to ride along. They would
right.
have to register themselves. They'll have to register themselves.
Because in the past they haven't. Is that Ray Burkhardt and Company? Do you know?
That is Jason something.
Yeah, so like if they come and they come in and they enter under the guise of being with sub-vets, they're not covered.
Oh, okay.
So they either have to fill out their own registration, and I've already registered for the 2 parades. They have to get me the stuff prior to.
Okay.
So that I can get, because they will need insurance cards for each of their vehicles.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it would just be easier if they registered themselves, because that's just one extra thing that we don't need to be stressing on, because they're their own chapter and association. So I'm just going to put that down.
Okay.
But
just wanted to let you know, because I've asked the underwriter about that Rust Insurance. They're pretty responsive when I talk to them. Okay.
No. When I say they want to join us, meaning that, they want to do something along with and stuff like that, they have to do their own paperwork and register and stuff like that. Yeah. It would just, if they did, it would be nice if they were behind us or if they were in front of us, something like that, so we're all together. But I did put
20, 30 years ago. I'm sorry. I was going to say 20, 30 years ago, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But now, anything happens, someone's getting sued.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true. Better safe than sorry. And I put in here, Steve, he sent an email. I know he's with Thelma right now over at the VAB, Veterans, what is it called? Thank you. Veterans Advisory Board. But he did send an email saying that he wanted to resign from the spaghetti fundraiser chair. So we'll see what we wanted to do with that. I know we had a discussion back right after September when that happened, if we wanted to do the raffle or if we wanted to continue spaghetti feed, stuff like that. So, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned it so everybody knew, and it was on the Zoom that that's open for discussion for later, at a later time. And then for you, Cobb, I did send out an email for the Mod Pizza fundraiser. I haven't got a response back because I just sent it out just before we got on the Zoom. So I'll give an email back to everyone in the eBoard what the gentleman says. But that was a request for everybody else who didn't get that email. I got a message through the Greater Kitsap Chamber messaging, and there was a gentleman that's part of the chamber from Mod Pizza fundraising stuff that they do, and they asked if we wanted to do that, which is great. Cobb made great points as far as it's minimal work. It's what was it? I didn't write it down, Cobb.
Minimal work, max profit.
Yes. And you said something about doing a soup down there too, Well,
I would do a soup down, because then that way, you're kind of guaranteed to get some people.
Absolutely. So I'm going to wait on the response for that, because we wanted to make sure the specific category of the 501c, it says 3, but we're 19. So we want to make sure that we are able to do that fundraiser through Mod. So, and then there was another one. I didn't write it down. Oh, it was the request through the Greater Kitsap Chamber. I also received a new message in there about a gentleman that wanted to donate and turn over that grave plot that's over in the Seattle SeaTac area. So I just said, I think I CC'd everyone, making sure that I wanted to talk to my executive board first. That's kind of a really big thing. Legality too.
When I saw that, Eileen, my eyebrows went up with that one.
No, I understand. And that was not something that was simple to answer. And, that's way out of my realm. So that's why I didn't give him an answer. I let him know that there was a lot of discussion that needed to be made. And if it was something simple as, we don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, he would donate it somewhere else, which is fine. He just said just to let him know, but he wanted to give the opportunity if somebody wanted it. Because that's kind of a sensitive subject too, if we were to have one of our members take that, but it had to be in the right area. Did the family want that? It's just a lot of deep conversation. So
I would kick that can down the road because it's a single plot. I mean, I would want to know where it is and everything else, but a single plot. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of logistics when it comes to cemeteries.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's,
I've dealt with a few this last year, and it just becomes interesting. I would just, thanks, but no thanks.
Okay, absolutely. How do we have to make a motion for that, or just?
I
don't
I
think,
think we just, I think based on the discussion here, we appreciate you thinking about us, but the logistics and the legalities and stuff is a little overwhelming for us.
No
Roger
motion, no
that.
vote required. Just
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Motion to deny.
no
We're good to
motion, no
go.
vote required. You had the discussion.
Okay. I think we're a majority is in the same agreement of not taking it and letting him seek other options for his plot. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I apprate that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody else have new business? Oh, yeah. What's up,
just
Mike?
real quick, because I got to log off, but I did look at the Kingston thing, and if that's what you want to do, it looks fine. I can register. It's easy. I'll leave it up to you if you want to vote on it now.
It's
'Cause
not
then
up to me. Yeah. Do we want to vote on that? Discuss it any further? What do we think?
Motion to approve the Kingston Parade.
When's
Hey,
the date?
hold on, Mike.
It's July 4th.
So, Mike, you're good with it?
Yeah, it looked good, and it's $20 to register. I'll just register. It's easy.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we participate in the Kingston 4th of July parade.
Second?
Okay.
All in
I will.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll do the registration for that. That's
Okay.
easy, and that's a good substitute for going out to Bainbridge.
Yes.
I think you'll probably get a couple more people too. So, all right, everybody have a good night. I gotta log off.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yep, we'll talk to you later.
All right,
Yep,
take care.
bye.
Bye. Take care.
So one other new
did they-
business item. I am somewhat intrigued by this wave cable bounce issue, and I've been doing some minor research on that. Over the next couple of days, week or so, I'm going to be sending out emails to everybody that has a wave cable address. I'll put a post up saying we're doing this, and you'll be getting them from my address. You'll be getting them from a secondary address, because I suspect that what's happening is that wave cable, we had the same problem with Gmail a few years ago when I was base commander. Your ISP, your wave cable, your whoever, has to update, and I forgot the acronym for it, but there's an acronym that doesn't see things as spam. It's the spam filters is what it is. And if they don't update those, and it's usually you have to request it. So I want to get an idea, because when I send emails to Wayland, they don't bounce. But
Right.
to other wave cables, they do. So that's telling me that whatever this problem is on wave cable's side. But I'm continuing to look into that. So.
Okay. Thank you. I know. I did end up sending another email to the entire distro list for our membership, and I only got one kickback that second time. So.
And you didn't use the Gmail address to do that then? I think that's the first key, is don't use Gmail to send stuff.
No, I only
okay.
send it from
Okay.
the base commander, which comes out of my Gmail.
Right. It's connected to Gmail. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's
And I didn't have a problem that second time.
Right. Okay. They may have fixed it when they noticed me nosing around. So who knows?
No,
Okay. Perfect.
Because when I send things, sometimes, so if you have a picture in there, or if I put other links in there, they see the links as spam.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
here's my big list of the wave cables that came back.
yeah.
So I'm trying to keep track so I can resend this in a modified format or something or other. I'm not sure how many.
Yeah, that's about 25 people-ish.
There's 25 people.
Yeah,
And
that was.
it's also very possible that those people simply don't exist anymore. So,
Oh, these people. Well, no, these people do.
okay. Because we used to
Yeah, they
run
do.
into that a lot of people not existing.
No.
Yeah, I think Dan and CJ are doing a pretty good job going through and trying to make sure that we get some type of contact with people. I know they've found a few members, even a few members at large that may have been gone on Eternal Patrol. But yeah, we're trying to keep up on that, and they're doing a great job. So I appreciate that, gentlemen.
Just to be clear, Dan is heavy lifting on that. If he assigns me something, I go and do it. But that's all Dan right now.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so here comes little Kimmer, he's loud. Go to the order. So I count about 10 members, including family members, attending Western Region Roundup this time. So should be nice. We have a good representation going. And I appreciate, Waylon, you taking the meeting and being there. Let's see.
USS Washington, April 20th.
What, John?
The USS Washington, a contingent of members are going to be visiting
Navy Week.
April 25th, and they're going to have a reception at the Horse and Cow.
Navy Week.
Yeah.
I think we correct me if I'm wrong, Dave Bowman, we have that on the calendar.
I put it on there, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we put that out, and then we'll
April
have that
23rd.
put out at the meeting as well, so we can get some good participation supporting that event over at the Horse and Cow.
Yeah, what I didn't have was a time, so I just have it on the as there. So do we know the time of that yet?
I don't know it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just on there. Yeah, it's just on there as an all-day event right now because I don't know the time. So.
Okay. Okay, so I'll see if I can find that out.
That's Saturday the 25th, you said?
That's Wednesday.
What?
I have Thursday the 23rd.
29th. It's the
What?
29th. Wednesday the 29th.
Okay, I just heard
Wednesday the 23rd.
I've heard 3 different dates now.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm trying to look. So it's a Wednesday?
Yeah. Well, I've got a Naval Submarine League meeting this Wednesday. I'll see if I can get an update.
Now, this email says Horse and Cow is the 23rd from 17 to 19. That's what I have on the calendar.
Okay. The 23rd, huh?
I don't have anything for the 23rd.
No.
Oh, no, the 23rd is I'm sorry. The 23rd is the event at the Horse and Cow.
I'm trying to find it too, but
Yep, I have been working with them to host a
13th.
local event while they're here. Navy League is setting up a social at the Horse and Cow on the 23rd of April from 17 to 19 to meet them. We plan to provide free wings with USSVI.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
okay. Okay. And so we just need to get the time.
I have it now. It's in that email.
Okay.
I just
perfect.
missed it.
Perfect. Okay. And then I'll just transfer over the Tacoma Rainiers games over to the go to the order for the agenda for the meeting for you, Waylon. But that is all I have, unless anyone else has go to the order.
Nope.
If we're done, this is a personal note. I'm going to miss the irrigation parade because we're going to North Carolina for our granddaughter's college graduation. She defended her honors program on Wednesday, and Sydney Lynn Hickman will graduate from the University of North Carolina with honors. And I am just so happy. So
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Yeah, that's nice.
to her. That is awesome. All right. With there being no other business, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the eBoard meeting.
I second.
Perfect. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, take care.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
See you
I'll send
Saturday.
you an email.
Some of you.
Yep. Cheers.
All right.